You're listening to the Craig Proctor Real Estate Show. Each week, I'm going to be interviewing top realtors from coast to coast to give you a backstage pass on how they've created their amazing real estate empires and how you can copy them. Hi, everyone. This is real estate coach Craig Proctor, and welcome to the Craig Proctor Real Estate Show. Today, we are interviewing my good friend, Vinny Steo from Maryland, longtime Craig Proctor member. Vinny, welcome to the Craig Proctor Show.
Thanks, Craig. Great to be here.
You're looking good. I love that background. Tell us a little bit about the brokerage, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty.
Yeah, so we opened our brokerage a couple of years ago, and I was a longtime ReMax guy like you, and had been with ReMax for about 15 years. Loved it so much, I actually bought a ReMax franchise, and kind of had and ReMax, great company. You were highly successful under the ReMax banner. I mean, let's blow your horn a little bit here. I mean, you were one of the top ReMax agents in the entire region. Yeah. So why make the switch? Why rock the boat after years and years and years of success with ReMax to open? And this was, your brokerage for ReMax. You were a broker owner. Why make the shift to open a different brand, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty? That's a great question. Yeah, we were top 10 for ReMax in the Mid-Atlantic region for a number of years, I think 6 or 7 years. And we did really well. We kind of grew our team, and ReMax was there in a way, and I always thought that the ReMax brand was going to really help us to take our business to the next level. And what we found out over time is that the consumer was reaching out to us because of our unique offers that we have in the marketplace, and it really had nothing to do with ReMax. And if anything, we were hearing the opposite. Like, we've had people that didn't want to call us because maybe they had a bad experience with another ReMax agent in another part of the country or in our market, and so it was actually working against us. So we were starting to make the ReMax name smaller and smaller and smaller in our advertising, and really giving the customers what they wanted, which were some of our special offers. Like, we're known in our marketplace that we're the company that if we can't sell your house, we'll step in and buy it at a price agreeable to you. And that's what our customers want. That was why they were reaching out to us. And ReMax didn't like that. I got a call from ReMax one day, and they were like, "Hey, we don't really like that. You have this big USP, and our name is like really tiny in the corner. It should actually be the other way, where you should be promoting ReMax." So we were getting a lot of pressure from them, and we were coming to the end of our franchise agreement with them, and we had made a strategic decision to basically just incorporate our number one USP, or unique selling proposition, right into the name of our company, because we also saw a trend where the boards and the real estate commission, they didn't like that we had a unique selling proposition in front of our company name. They actually wanted it the other way, where the company name comes first and then you put something after. So we were getting like pressure in a few different areas, and we just figured strategically that it was just a good time to make the switch.
All right, so let me jump in and recap. So it wasn't like you weren't successful as a ReMax broker, having your own ReMax franchise in Maryland, but the reason you were successful, you believed, was because of this unique offer that if we can't sell your home, we'll buy it. And you purposely would promote that in a bigger font size, or that was more prominent in your advertising than the ReMax balloon and ReMax.
Yeah.
So they didn't like that. They wanted you to promote the ReMax balloon and the real estate board. And now let's go to Google search. Okay. So I think everyone maybe everyone wouldn't agree, but I know top agents would agree with this statement, which is buyers and sellers choose the agent more than they choose the company. How many of you would agree with that? Let me know in the comments. That if you're a successful realtor watching this, and you might like the brand that you're with, but if you went to a different brand, it's the same you, and the people that know you, love you, trust you, would still do business with you. Wouldn't really matter that much if you switched to a different brand. So you were getting a little bit of flack from ReMax, the franchise, and from your real estate association that, when you advertise Vinny Steo, it should be just, the ReMax, not the big reason, or as you say, unique selling proposition that buyers and sellers were really calling you for, which is this big promise of, move up to any one of our listings and we'll buy your home, or your home sold in X amount of days and we'll buy it. So you decided, well, you know what, this is the biggest benefit that we offer buyers and sellers. It's the number one reason they do business with us. It should be the name of our company, which is great, because when people do a Google search, right, and I want everyone to do that now. So if you Google Vinny and, comma realtor, Vinny Steo, comma realtor, look at what you see. You don't see what you used to see. Is you'd see Vinny Steo ReMax. ReMax isn't really the unique selling proposition, right? The USP. The reason buyers and sellers would choose to do business with you versus all other agents, it ain't the ReMax balloon. But now, when you Google Vinny, it comes up with his name, Vinny Steo, but next to it, the name of his company, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. So the promise or benefit is right in the Google search. So that was a big factor for you. It's like, well, you know what? The cost of marketing and generating a lead is going way, way up. How can we counter this? And how can, every time someone sees my name, they see our unique selling proposition? Now, did I articulate that properly?
Yeah, no, that was great. One of the other things that I thought of, I talked about like the real estate commission. I talked about ReMax International. We were also getting pressure from our broker that we were with at the time, because all of a sudden now, because we were having so much success, we represented about 20% of the business they were doing in their entire company. And we were putting some strain on the business because we were, utilizing some of their resources. And of course, we were highly successful, which the other agents in the brokerage weren't too keen about. So we were starting to get some pressure.
Yeah, in a way, Vinny, you were almost a victim of your own success there at ReMax.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Yeah. But the other agents, you've got professional jealousy. You're starting to kick everyone's ass. They're not as friendly anymore. They're complaining to the broker. He's got this advantage that we don't have. Now, they could have done it as well, but they didn't. So you just felt that you had outgrown that situation.
Yeah. I think that's the culmination of those three things really made it easy for us, even though it was hard. It was a hard decision. I mean, I had kind of grown up in the ReMax family, had been with them for about 15 years. And it was, I loved it so much. I went out and bought a ReMax franchise.
Right. You were a big fan, as I was. I was with ReMax, and there's nothing wrong with ReMax. I was there for 20 odd years. So this is not ReMax is a fine place to be at, until you got to this point where you felt that relationship was more or less working against you, no longer an advantage, I guess is the way to say it.
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay.
And this opportunity had presented itself, and it just seemed like a no-brainer at the time. And when we made the switch over, the market hadn't quite made the transformation that it's made today. And we didn't realize at the time, we had heard about having a unique selling proposition in the name of your company. And I didn't really understand what that meant at the time. I could conceptualize it, but I wasn't able to realize it until we actually flipped the switch on the company and we went from ReMax to Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And we can actually start to see how we're perceived in the marketplace, how we show up online. It was totally different. Like a really good example is that we could never be number one on a Google search. Like we could never get there, no matter what we did, how much money we spent, we could never be there. And within, I would say, like a few months of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, we were number one. And that was like a epiphany for us to be able to see the benefit of, having what the customers want, right? The customers want their house sold. And the name of your company is Your Home Sold. So
Yeah, Your Home Sold
like,
Guaranteed.
okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy when you think of all the different names that real estate brokerages, franchises choose. Hardly ever do you see a real estate franchise or a company that actually has a huge benefit in the name of the company. Like what's a ReMax, what's a Century 21,
Yeah.
what's an EXP. We're marketing directly to the consumer here, right? Your Home Sold Guaranteed. Now, this is something that you offered as a ReMax agent. Let me ask you this. When your agents are offering the guaranteed sale program, and people watching this will have all kinds of opinions on, well, what's the guaranteed sale program? Is that some kind of bait and switch? Look, understand this is what buyers and sellers want, folks. This is why we have iBuyer companies as a huge threat to traditional real estate agent, which is really just my model of your home sold or will buy it. The difference is with an iBuyer company, the price they give you is the price you get, and that's the end of the deal. With our guaranteed sale program, we give you an upfront written guarantee in writing, and should we sell your home for higher than the guaranteed sale amount, the homeowner always gets the higher offer.
Yeah.
And this allows our buyers, of course, to make a cash offer versus an offer conditional on the sale of a house, which a lot of sellers won't take. And conversely, a lot of buyers are reluctant to make a cash offer in this market without knowing, their back door shut, without knowing they've got a cash offer on their home or their home is sold. Now, of course, if you own a home and you want to buy another house, it is a bit of a catch-22. Like, imagine that if you own a home and you want to buy another house, well, first of all, because there's a bit of lack of inventory, most buyers want to find something before they sell, or most home sellers are a buyer before they're a seller. They're not going to list their house until they find another property. But how do they buy that next home when they haven't yet sold their home? Well, sure, they could go with a cash offer, kind of scary. If I don't get my existing house sold in time, I could get stuck with two homes, right? If I sell my existing home first, and I don't find another property in time, now I've got no house. Now I'm homeless. So the guaranteed sale program is something that I've been teaching real estate agents since the 1980s, became highly successful. And if you do this properly, it will serve your buyers and sellers, and you can really make a great living, not get stuck with a whole bunch of houses. You got to get yourself coached up on how to use this. Well, that's what Vinny did. Vinny's been with me. How long have you been with me now, Vinny?
Gosh, about 17 years.
17 years. Okay. Now you might be thinking, what could Vinny and I talk about for 17 years? Well, this is what we talk about. We talk about, look, there's always different problems as your business grows, right? In the beginning, it's lead generation, and then it's conversion. And then it's, team systems, how to recruit. And now Vinny's moved on to our brokerage level. So to be clear to everybody, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty is a Craig Proctor brokerage that's licensed to you as an agent. So now, obviously, you'd have to be a Craig Proctor member, and you'd have to work up through the ranks like Vinny has and demonstrate that you've mastered the Craig Proctor system. And Vinny did that. And he did that under the ReMax umbrella for years and years and years, just like I did it under the ReMax umbrella for over 20 years and became the top ReMax agent in the world. But what's nice about this is having your own brokerage gives you the ultimate control over your marketing, over what you do, the commissions you charge. You're not having to fight the fights or battles that you were fighting with when you were with ReMax. And you're building equity in a business that you own. So you've got something that you can sell or eventually make this thing pretty much work on its own. So, let me ask everybody this. If you had a real estate brokerage that truly made you a lot of money and it didn't require a lot of your effort, why would you ever sell it anyway? And there's no need to. The only reason people want to sell their brokerage, or you hear so many agents, Vinny, say, "Oh my God, I can't wait to make some money in real estate so I can get out of real estate." Right? It's because what they've got going on is tough. It's work. I don't like it. Right? So it's a race against time. So many real estate agents, maybe some of you watching this today, are like, "Oh my God, hopefully I'll learn something on this training here today so I can make some money and get the heck out of real estate." If I'm an agent and I'm in your marketplace, I'm in Maryland,
And
what should it,
Pennsylvania.
yeah, what should attract me to, like, why as an agent would I want to come and work at your brokerage versus working at all the other brokerages? What is your unique selling proposition?
I think that's a great question, Craig. And I just wanted to say this about the guaranteed sale program. Like, imagine this. Imagine if you were able, as an agent, to run around town telling home sellers that if you can't sell their house, you'll step in and buy it at a price agreeable to them. Do you think you would have more home sellers calling you or less home sellers calling you? Of course.
Well, it's the ultimate door opener.
Yeah.
Imagine calling an expired listing, and the first thing I would say is, "I noticed your home expired off the market. By the way, we're willing to give you an upfront written guarantee that will sell your home within 120 days, or we'll buy it." Boom. At least you bought yourself some time. You've got your foot in the door, and it works with expired listings. It works with FSBOs. It works with everybody. It is the ultimate thing that every seller wants. Now, if I'm a realtor that works at your brokerage and I'm making this guarantee, which you coach me up on how to do this, if you work for Vinny, he spends an enormous amount of time being your coach. Like, I'm Vinny's coach. So here's how this works. Vinny spent 17 years under my tutelage, still is today. Okay. We're all getting together in Orlando, Florida here in a few weeks. So, but he's invested 17 years and a lot of money to master my system. But now he becomes your coach. Now, you don't pay for that coaching. Okay. It's part of the added benefit when you join up with Vinny. So he's going to show you exactly how all this works. Now, you might say, "Well, why would Vinny do that?" Well, the more money you make, the more money Vinny makes, that's what makes the world go round. So not only is the marketing important, like how do I generate the opportunities, but what to do and what to say. And what Vinny's referring to is you can really slay the dragon with this, right? Like, what have you been taught to say to buyers and sellers? The biggest compliment you can give me is to send me a referral. Yeah, that's great. But how about this? Your home sold or we'll buy it. Move up to any one of our listings, we'll buy your home for cash. We'll give you an upfront guaranteed cash offer. And if we ever sell your home for more money, you get the higher amount. This is called a unique selling proposition. So Vinny was doing so well with this. He's like, "Well, my ads used to have the ReMax balloon and ReMax at the top. I'm way better off if I have the guarantee at the top. Let's have the benefit at the top. Your home sold or I'll buy it. Move up to any one of our listings. We'll buy your home for cash. We'll put the ReMax balloon down here." And then he realized, well, when people do a Google search, instead of seeing Vinny Steo ReMax, they see Vinny Steo, your home sold, guaranteed realty. But if you worked at Vinny's brokerage, that's what people would see when they Google you too.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's there's so many benefits to being at a brokerage that has access to all of this intellectual property and being able to utilize it in your business. So if you're an agent out there that is doing okay, but you're not yet quite realizing your hopes and dreams by just copying what you see everybody else doing in the office, it's most likely that you're just missing some components in order to help take you to that next level and be able to generate over $1 million a year, just like we do. And once you learn the formula, and that is definitely one of the unique selling propositions that we have, is we have what we call the university, which has the system and the plan to be able to teach agents how to make over $1 million in real estate. And basically just, like a snap of a finger, you implement it and you're making over $1 million a year. So there's no other system out there that I know of in the 20 years that I've been in the business that teaches you a system and a plan for developing that type of business, a $4 million gross business with $1 million net. And that is definitely, something that differentiates your home sold guaranteed realty from other brokerages in the marketplace.
Okay, what other points should we hit in this interview? And please do leave us your comments. If you're still watching this means you're interested, by the way. We've been at this now for over 20 minutes. What we're talking about is, do you want to work at a brokerage? Do you want to own your own brokerage like Vinny's doing? If you're not in Maryland and you want to do what Vinny's doing, you want me to teach you or at least get some more information on how you can have your own super profitable brokerage, then you can book a call with my team and I at proctorcall.com. So just my name, no space, proctorcall.com. When you go to proctorcall.com, you'll go to my acuity daytimer. We'll do it over Zoom and we'll explain it all. You'll have a whole bunch of questions, and skepticism is good, right? But don't let your skepticism, eliminate all possibilities in your world here. The opportunity for everyone here is what you don't know. Okay, I know a lot of us, we believe, well, I should just try to get a little bit better at what I know, right? So whatever you're doing now, if I worked a little harder, I just perfected those skills. That is true. That would get you an incremental gain. You 25 homes a year, and I go up to 30 and I go up to 40. But we're not talking about that here. We're not talking about an incremental gain. We're talking about an exponential gain. We're talking about a quantum leap in your business, like what Vinny's done here. So you have to decide, what kind of brokerage do I want to work for? Because there is a tremendous difference. Do I want to work for a brokerage that provides me all of the training and the marketing and the skills that I need and the guarantees and the intellectual property? Or do I want to work for a brokerage where, I don't know, they give me their logo. You get to, you pay me 20 grand or 50 grand or 100 grand a year and you get to use the balloon or whatever. What we offer you here is a lead generation system. We offer you a conversion system. We offer you the presentation systems. In my opinion, this is what a real estate franchise should be offering you, is the proprietary ways for you to do business. So we give you the proprietary systems, okay, that you only get here. You can't get anywhere else. This is not about a logo or, all the, I don't know what they teach you. It's about the culture and all that kind of stuff. Look, this is about making money. If you want to make money and you want to have more time to yourself, then you need a good system. You can figure it out on your own. You can try to learn it off of Craig Proctor copycats, or you can come directly here. So how do you recruit agents right now? Who do you choose? Who would be right to work with you? Who would this not be right for, Vinny?
So I think the one of the key things that we look for is you have to have you have to have an open mind, because if you've been in the business for a while, you have this paradigm of things that you've learned over the years. And even for me, like before I met Craig, I was in the business for a few years, and it was, it's a switch that you have to kind of change how you think. The best people that do well at our brokerage are people that are new to real estate, because it's just less programming or deprogramming that we have to do to get rid of all their bad habits. But if you're coachable, if you're trainable, and you have
coachable is the big one. I just believe if you got the right attitude and you're coachable. But if you're closed-minded, if you're a know-it-all, if you're kind of a negative ninny, this is probably not right for you. And some of you might be doing okay. The problem with doing okay is there's no urgency to do better. You get a nice a roof over your head, a nice warm bed to sleep in, you got food on your table. But there's some of you watching this who have a dissatisfaction with where you are right now. There's a spark in you, and that's what led you to watch this in the first place. You've heard of me. You know, I've created more millionaire agents than any other coach or trainer or guru. We're looking at one right now in Vinny Steo. Now, you can say this isn't real. You can say, oh, the guaranteed sale program's a bait and switch. Look, it doesn't really matter what your opinion is. This is what buyers and sellers want. Okay, so you can keep advertising your ReMax balloon or whatever you're doing and getting the results that you're getting, but you owe it to yourself to at least check this out and have a conversation with Vinny. That's all. The conversation is free. How many of you would agree that good things probably happen with a conversation? A lot of good things in your life have started with just having an open mind and talking to people and have a conversation. I'm going to recommend, since you're still watching this, you're interested in this, why don't you call Vinny, and you're going to realize super nice guy. He'll spend some time with you. And if you're in his marketplace, yes, he's going to tell you why you should come and work with him. And here's the difference. He actually has a really, really good answers as to why you should partner up with him and be one of his selling partners. And Vinny's got so much business coming in here. He's got a great reputation, as you know. If you're in his marketplace, he will be your coach. Okay, so if you're in Vinny's marketplace, you do not need to call Craig Proctor. You don't need to call me. Everything you want to do in real estate in Maryland is being done by Vinny.
So Maryland and Pennsylvania.
And Pennsylvania. And pretty soon the world, as Vinny expands this here. But you can have a conversation. What is the best way? I mean, I would Google this guy first. If I was you, I do that for everything now. If I want to go to a new restaurant tonight, I'm going to Google it. So I would Google Vinny. Okay, go Google the guy and see what comes up. Okay, it'll tell you how to find him. We'll share his phone number, email, or whatever here in a minute. But I would Google Vinny Steo, okay, comma, your home sold, guaranteed realty. Google him, and then Google yourself. Google him, and then Google yourself. Do you see the difference? You're going to see the difference.
Do it in an incognito window, though, so that doesn't remember your history. That's the best way to do it. Yeah,
good point. Go into incognito. Okay, Google Vinny and Google yourself and see what comes up. Now, and Craig, I just want to jump in here because what's funny is that the way the world works right now is that I don't care how somebody hears about you, they're going to Google. So it could be like a direct referral from somebody. They're going to go to Google to check you out. Like we advertise on the radio, and years back, like people would just call us directly. That doesn't happen anymore. They hear us on the radio, and then they go to Google, and then they call us. So you have to be able to show up. You got to be able to show up on Google, and that's actually one of the things that we teach. We talked about the plan and the system. Well, not only do you got to show up, it's how you show up. Yeah, how you show up. I don't know if you want to do a share screen. We could share the screen here. You could Google yourself. We probably do that now if you want to, Vinny. But yeah, this is how the world works, right? And so our top members, when they're sending out direct mail or they're running radio commercials or TV commercials, we would have a call to action with a domain or a phone number, so we could always track. Well, how many calls do we get from the radio commercial? Or how many calls do we get from the TV commercial or the direct mail campaign? Well, the problem now is even though your radio commercial or television commercial or direct mail piece has a unique phone number or a unique domain for tracking purposes, like Vinny just said, they listen to your radio commercial, they'll see your direct mail piece in the mail, but they still go and Google you. Okay, so how do you show up right now? Would you like to learn how to do this? Okay, so take it away there, Vinny. Yes, I don't know. Can you guys see my screen here? We can. I just type my name in there, and this is important. Like you've got to know how to do this kind of stuff. And we actually have the training modules, and we teach you how to do this. So you just pop out my name and put your name in there, and we can teach you how to create this kind of profile, how to have these, have to have videos, and how to basically show up online where
the consumer is easily able to find you. They get the information that they want, and there's a call to action as well. There's a reason why they're going to want to click on your profile and call you versus all the other people that are out there. So just in the state of Maryland, we have over 50,000 licensees. So how in the world are you going to stand out among all those other real estate professionals, and having the name of your company have a consumer benefit built into it is certainly one of the ways to do it. But we also teach you how to build this, what you guys are seeing here. You want to be able to show up like this, and you should check this out. Like Craig was saying, you should Google yourself and see how you're showing up online.
Well, let's do that. Let's go back there for one sec.
Okay.
You had 319 Google reviews, averaging 4.9. Everybody see that? So 319 Google reviews. You want to give Vinny a Google review, you can do that today.
Oh, yes.
Now let's go under, let's click on Zillow. If you go up a bit, got lots of videos, great stuff. All right, what's that do? Okay, we have 223 reviews here. Okay, 6 big reasons about us, 6 big reasons. Let's check this out. Your home sold guaranteed realty, 20 years experience. 6 big reasons to call Vinny Steo and his team when selling your home. Number 1, we have over 12,000 buyers in waiting. What do you mean by that, Vinny?
So our database actually has over 30,000 buyers, but we keep it simple. We've had this in there for a while, but we have over 12,000 buyers in our database. So we do what we call a search and match. When we get a new seller, we basically are able to segment in our database all the buyers' information. So we get the new property, match the criteria with the buyers, and we're able to instantly generate a list of buyers that may be interested in that property. And it's really, Craig, you were talking about it earlier, like, the customers want certainty. And when you're able to demonstrate that type of value to the customer and actually bring them a buyer without like having
well, exactly. If real estate agents are confused. They want to list their house. No, they don't.
Yeah.
They want to get their house sold. Hence, again, the popularity of the iBuyer companies. It's like, I don't have to go through all the rigmarole of listing my house in open houses. So you've got thousands of buyers, and you're saying it's likely that the buyer for your home is already in our database. How would you folks like to show up at a listing appointment with a list of hundreds of buyers or thousands of buyers, starting off maybe 100, maybe dozens of buyers? But if you're showing up with buyers, I think you would agree it's better than your competitor who shows up with no buyers.
How about this, Craig? How about showing up not only with a list of buyers, but how about showing up with a cash offer in your portfolio?
Okay, now this is cool. So tell everybody how that works.
So we have a very unique cash offer system. So we advertise, you get a guaranteed cash offer today at a price acceptable to you in our advertising. And we have the ability to generate cash offers for our customer. We have something called a bid box, where we have multiple investors that actually bid on the property, and we're able to generate the best cash offer for the customer. So we go to the customer's house with a cash offer in our portfolio, and also a list of buyers that would be willing to pay 100% or more for their property, like buyers that would actually live in the property. Cash investor, it's not going to pay as much as somebody that's actually going to live there, but we're able to present both options to the customer.
Right. It's an option for some sellers that may say, you know what, that's good enough. I'll take it. I don't want to go through all the normal, whatever was selling my house. I was going to say BS was selling my house. But there is, I was looking at this survey. It was something crazy, like almost 30% of home sellers would consider a cash offer, even though it might be a little lower price. They would consider a cash offer if it meant avoiding all the traditional process of selling your house, right? So we live in a world of instant gratification. It's the same reason that some of you at lunchtime might say, well, you know what, I'm going to I'm a little hungry. I'm going to pull out my phone. I'm going to go to Uber Eats. I'm going to order a Subway sub, which you could drive to Subway, 10 minutes from your house, and you could pay $8 for the sub, but you're going to pay 20 for it, or 25 for the convenience of having the thing delivered. Well, we have cars that are being iBuyed. You can buy a car online. They'll deliver the car. You can try the car out for a while. If you don't like the car, you send it back. This is the world we're operating in. So the easier we make it, the more compelling we make it for buyers and sellers, the better it is. So imagine this. You're selling your house and you interview 3 agents. Vinny is one of the 3 agents, or someone from Vinny's company shows up, and they've already got a cash offer. They got a list of buyers, and they've got this guaranteed sale program. And what's the other agent got? Well, I've got the ReMax balloon, and what they want to talk about, the other agents want to talk about, well, should you list with me? These are all the things that we would begin to do, that we would start to do to try to find a buyer for your home. Well, meanwhile, Vinny's saying, well, I've already got 12,000 buyers. It sounds kind of crazy, but it's almost like we've been looking for a buyer for your home before you and I even met today. So what's the seller want? Does the seller want to list their home, or does the seller want to get their house sold? So this is the difference. This is the kind of power that you need today to compete. Now, you might be a fairly new agent, but I promise you this. You partner up with Vinny, he's going to show you how to compete with the big boys and the big girls out there. Why? Because you've got what it is the buyers and sellers want. You can talk all about your 20 years of experience and your ReMax balloon and your logo and how you work hard and your customers really love you and you're a great negotiator. Or you can just focus on what they want, which is, we're going to get your house sold. Boom. Here's how we do it. Now, does this work? Well, let me repeat what I said earlier. I've created more millionaire real estate agents than any other coach or trainer or guru out there. Keep in mind, a lot of these coaches and gurus, they themselves have never made millions of dollars selling real estate. Yeah, I know they're going to teach you how to do it, but let's agree, it's pretty hard to teach somebody how to make millions of dollars selling real estate when you yourself have never made $1 million. It'd be like me being a golf coach. I probably golfed, 8 times in my life. Or I'm going to be your tennis coach. You would want your tennis or golf coach to be a professional at, be a great golfer, to be experienced. This is what you get when you join up with Vinny. He's been doing this for a long, long time, 17 years with me. I know him. I trust him. He's invested. Think of all the real estate agents over 17 years that haven't invested hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars with me. Now you might say, oh my God, Vinny's invested he makes millions. This is what you've got to understand, folks, is the opportunity here is to look outside of your own world, right? What if it is true that we've got something here that would allow you to provide your clients more, allowing you to deal with more clients, provide them better service, provide you a higher income, and you can actually work less and make more? That's true success. Okay, what we all got into real estate for was freedom. And I know there's some of you that are, top producers and you're watching this, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know how you're going to measure. I mean, if you measure it, I made, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I'm not happy. And, my spouse has left me and I don't see my kids and I never get to the gym. Look, at least check this opportunity out. You can say no to it. You pick up the phone and you call Vinny and you don't like what you hear, you can hang up, right? But you're watching this for a reason. So remember, you're here for a reason. Vinny, what would be the best way for people to connect with you and have a conversation?
So, and we're going to put this number up at the end here as well, but you guys can call 443-356-4618. That's 443-356-4618. If you're in the Maryland or Pennsylvania market, be happy to talk to you and, just hear about your situation and what's important to you and what you're trying to build. and see if we might be able to, help you be successful.
That's right. We're not looking for the wrong person. We're looking for the right person. And, if you have a conversation with Vinny and he doesn't think it would be a good fit, he'd let you know. But we'll drop Vinny's phone numbers, contact information in the comments below. You can also feel free to type in your questions. Don't be skeptical. If you don't really quite understand how all this works, that's okay. But be open-minded to getting some more information on it. Like, how the heck would you be able to do this? How can you guarantee to buy someone's home if it doesn't sell? Oh my God, wouldn't I get stuck with all these houses? Yes, if you don't know what you're doing. But you also can make millions and millions and millions of dollars by offering buyers and sellers what they want if you do know what you're doing. Obviously, this has to be a fair program for everybody, fair for buyers and sellers. If Vinny gave a homeowner a super low price, they're just going to kick him out of his house and say, I'm not going to do this. If Vinny guarantees too much for the house, well, guess what? Vinny's going to own a house. It's not going to sell, right? And so we teach you how to do this. Okay, you get coached up. It's the coaching and training in this environment that is the most valuable thing that you're not paying for. Okay, so is your broker owner? Is your broker, are they giving you a system? Right? Or are they just giving you, here's your fee at the end of the month? Are you getting a lead generation system? Is it important to have a really good lead generation system, a conversion system, a presentation system? This is what we're talking about here, is coaching you up. Now, remember, if you're the right fit, Vinny will invest the time with you. So I know pretty much every brokerage, you fog a mirror. It's, oh yeah, come on over here. No, we're not doing that, because Vinny invests so much of his time with you. If he doesn't think you're a good fit at the get-go, it just doesn't go any further. He's not going to bring somebody in. It's like, okay, we'll bring them in, let them sell to their friends and relatives, fail, and we'll let someone else take their seat at that desk. No, we're spending a lot of time with the right people. We're looking for the right people. And that doesn't mean you have to be a superstar. You could be making 50 grand a year or 100 grand a year, but thinking, you know what, I could probably make $300,000 or $400,000 a year working with Vinny, which you can. And with a hell of a lot less expense and time and anxiety than whatever you're doing right now. But that's for you to find out.
New. And Craig, even if they're brand new, they don't even have to have a real estate license. Like, you could be selling mortgages or selling cars right now. You've got maybe a sales background, and you're looking at the real estate industry as a way to help more people, really change lives and make a difference. And real estate's one of those industries that allows you to do that. We love talking to people from other industries, people that are new in the real estate business, and showing them our system to be able to help them at a sort of a grassroots level to help them achieve their hopes and dreams.
All right. Well, look, I want people to leave us your comments. Let us know. Most importantly, if you want to book a conversation with my team and I, go to proctorcall.com. We'll drop it down below, the link, proctorcall.com. If you're not in Maryland, obviously you're not in Maryland or Pennsylvania or where Vinny works, then you're going to contact me. You're going to say, well, Craig, how do I get information on these other hundreds of your home sold guaranteed brokerages throughout the United States and Canada? Is there one in my location, or I'm interested in opening my own? I want to be the next Vinny Steo. Or you're in Maryland. If you're in Maryland, don't call Craig. Call Vinny, okay? Everything you want to do in real estate, believe me, is being done by this guy at a very high level, and he's looking for more people. He's expanding his business, okay? Right now he's in Maryland and Pennsylvania, but, we're looking for world domination here. So I want to thank everybody for watching this again. Again, we'll drop all the contact information below. Let us know your comments. Let us know if you hopefully let us know if you found this incredibly helpful today. And I'll throw it over to Vinny for some final thoughts.
Yeah, I just first of all, thank you, Craig. I really appreciate being on the show today. And I just want to let everybody know, this market has changed. Like, these last couple of years, I talked to a lot of real estate agents that are just like, their business is just drying up, and they're like, oh, we're going to, once interest rates drop, everything will get back to normal. I will tell you, this market has changed forever. And you have to look for things to help you stand out in the marketplace. And we are one of those companies out there that are doing things differently, that can help you break through the noise, all the thousands of other agents in the marketplace, so that when the customer is ready to buy or sell, they call you. So, it's a great opportunity. We're here to help. We're here to coach you and train you and help you achieve your hopes and dreams. So, either reach out to Craig or reach out to me. Be more than happy to have a conversation with you and see if it's something that we can help you with.
Okay, well, that was great, Vinny. I appreciate you doing the interview. And I appreciate everyone watching the Craig Proctor Real Estate Show. Let us know if you have any questions again, and we'll see you on our next episode. You can, go to YouTube. You can binge watch Craig Proctor. If you want to contact my office, it's toll free, 1-800-538-1034. But book a call. Book a call with us right now. We'll do it over Zoom, ask you a bunch of questions. It's not a big sales pitch or anything like that. We'll just tell you what we do, ask you what you're doing. If you see value in it, maybe we can do something together. It's proctorcall.com. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Everybody have a great day. And Vinny, once again, thank you for doing this.
Thanks, Craig. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Hi, this is Craig Proctor. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed that video. And listen, I've got a lot more information for you to help you grow your real estate business. You see, several times a week, I record new videos and I load them onto this YouTube channel. What I'd like you to do, if you'd like to access them, are two important things, and both are totally free. Number one is I'd like you to subscribe to this channel. You're going to see a little subscribe button for you to click on. And if you don't already have an account with YouTube, it's free for you to set it up. It's really easy, it's free, but you've got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important thing is to ring the little bell right next to the subscribe button. And that's going to let you know every time I load new money-making videos to help you grow your real estate business. So make sure you subscribe right now, you ring the little bell, and we'll see you on the next video.